Hello everyone, welcome to another week of the Australian Real Estate News Weekly Highlight. This is another hot Saturday. Even though it's becoming a little bit windy, it's becoming a little bit cold in the weather, the market tend to go otherwise. There's a lot of hot auctions happening, and then there's a lot of big sale happening. But apart from that, even off the plan, which has been an investor, which has been sort of disappeared from the market for a long time, now coming back into action. Off the plan, I start selling, and I'm saying not just the normal investor stock, but like a premium stock. We're gonna start with a big wow for one of the buildings that was achieved, has achieved amazing result for one of its penthouse sale in the Lower North Shore. Apart on also, a couple of big sales around the city bought by investors, not owner occupiers. So let's have a look what's happening there. Before we get started, please making sure to check us out at plusagency.com.au for your property needs. And then if you're in Sydney, please come to our Chatswood display, which is at 418 Victoria Avenue in Chatswood. If you like our channel, please make sure to subscribe and then make some comments. If you want to talk to us, please feel free. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first one, Sky Mansion on Lower North Shore with indoor pond, virtual golf room sells for nearly $14 million. This is what the penthouse looks like, and looks like the living has taken it to another level. Beautiful pound, beautiful plants. There are skylights throughout the area. 440 square meter apartment across 2 levels. It just absolutely amazing. This building is called the Landmark, and it is still off the plan. And you can see the virtual golf is here. You can see the cinema is here. The view is magnificent with the bridge, the whole harbor. You can enjoy the whole city. Wine lounge. This is what living is like at the moment, and with amazing level of design and amazing level of finishes. 14 million in Southerners, a record for Southerners, definitely for sure, and I think it's even record prices for a lot of the similar off the plan projects in the Lower North Shore. Next one. Home seekers bid well above prices paid for similar properties only months ago as frustration mounts. If you are in any auction whatsoever, you can understand what the frustration is for a lot of buyers. They just keep going to auction, keep missing out, keep going to auction, keep missing out. Multiple Sydney homes sold at the auction this weekend for more than $500,000, higher than the price paid for comparable properties last year. With 670 city auctions scheduled, preliminary indicator shows more than 80% cleared. Despite reports of vendor inflating the reserve. So this is absolutely amazing market. You can see there are multiple sales happening, and then for this buyer Matthew, who is here, has said purchase was well above his budget, but he was tired of going to multiple auctions and missing out. This was his 3rd auction as a bidder, and you can see he's got a family, he's got 2 kids, the guy needed a place to live in, and he just couldn't get anything until just now. So this is absolutely another big result for the property that was sold in Sydney, and you can see why this is the market as it is. You can see so many people attending the auction, and it looks like it's not going to slow down at all. All right, next one. Former Cottage chief Geoffrey Dixon and his wife SelfStunning Apartment for $11 million. Recently, if you've been watching our news, before it was all about freestanding homes, it was all about big houses. Now apartments off the plan are moving into action. Something with a good view. This is our new beach road. It's absolutely beachfront with a beautiful park in front of it. A good place to live in, very close city. Has sold for $11 million with fantastic finishes. People love this type of things now. And then they wanted to move in to a home that looked like this in the market. So this is where we are, and this is what's going to happen. Apartments are now going back into the market, and people are paying big prices for it. Next one, On Cottage. The Leafy Sun sells at auction for $2.53 million. $2.53 million for this little cottage here is crazy, because this is to be knocked down, rebuilt. The price guide for this particular home has been, the home has not been offered for more than 50 years. It was now finally started on the market. Original price guide is only about 1.35 million to 1.55 million over this 923 square meter property. Over 100 groups attended. The bid war happened, and then start was 1 million, rose increments of 100,000 to 1.5, then $50,000 increments and $10,000 increments. After it reached 1.6 million, they thought, this is the reserve price, and then it just didn't stop, just keep going. And then finally, a young family from city bought the home for $2.53 million, leaving everybody amazed. And this is what the Sydney auctions look like now. In Slimes, a knockdown to rebuild, look like this, $2.53 million. All right, strong long offshore market, lose investor back into property. This is something we see. Like number 15 Commodore Street in Macmahon Home Points is one of this type of property. The reason why investors now finally back into the market, and this is not cheap property. We're not talking about apartment, people buying for rent. This is $4.575 million. Price guide was $4 million, and it was purchased back in 2017 and last traded at $4 million. This is just absolutely crazy, but on another way, the reason why they finally go back to the market is because the promise of a prospered and strong capital growth, low interest rate, and our rental market is good at the moment. It's getting a lot better, and just waiting for the border to open, then the market will get even better. So people seize the potential, they start to jump into the market, and we're gonna see the investor becoming more and more in the coming 2 years. All right, eastern suburb, Beverly Hills, home with pool and tennis court. Last traded for 8.5 million, sells for 18 million, $10 million increment. So when it was sold, 2007 for $8.5 million, and now it's 2021. After more than 10 years, this is becoming another crazy sale. People are making over $10 million on their properties. This is absolutely amazing, absolutely crazy, but that also shows why people like luxury properties like this. People need a space, and then this market is lacking of everything but not money. People have money, they have money to purchase. All right, last one. Couple swap houses in northbound and Clues. Interesting thing happens, market gets hot, property getting sold before even coming onto the market. Good agent knows how to help everyone. So you can see two owners, one happy agent, everybody happy. One of the guy sells the property and trying to sell their thing in northbound and trying to move to Monclose. Interesting, what of the property the owner have listed on the market. Then the owner on the market has decided to see the property that was listed, about to be listed from their buyer. And then the buyer and the seller become the seller and the buyer. One swap happens, two properties sold, two happy families and one happy agent. All right. That's it. This is what's happening in Sydney this week. A lot of amazing stories, and I really hope that you can come to Sydney if you're not in Sydney to have a look at what the market is like. If you are in Sydney, this is the best time I've ever seen for real estate market. Transaction volume is high, transaction value is high, and we are going to see what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Please stay tuned to Australian Real Estate News Weekly Highlight. I'm Peter Lee. I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.